headlines of this hour on VTV News. Prime Minister inspects key projects in Danang City. And let's see how overseas Vietnamese celebrate the National Day.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is 8 a.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. I'm Huyen Trần with the top stories. During his working visit to Danang City on Sunday, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính reviewed the progress of several key projects in the area. He was accompanied by a permanent Deputy Prime Minister, Nguyễn Hòa Bình.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính inspected two locations designated for the Danang Free Trade Zone, a 420-hectare sea reclamation area and a 90-hectare site at the foot of Ba Nam Mountain. He endorsed the sea reclamation plan to create new land and expand development space. However, he emphasized the importance of carefully considering the use of filling materials, ensuring environmental protection and minimizing impact on local residents. The Prime Minister also visited the construction site of shared infrastructure within the Liên Chiểu Port project area, a priority investment in Da Nang and the coastal road connecting the port.
I'm deeply moved to see the workers continuing their work through the holidays, enduring both sun and rain. When I visited this area over a year ago, it looked very different. In just that short time, its entire appearance has changed. Currently, many investors are showing interest because of its strategic importance in logistics. The question now is how we can develop the infrastructure to enhance the investment and business environment, making this area even more attractive to major investors.
The Prime Minister advocated for selecting a capable investor to build the port, ensuring transparency and accountability, with a preference for Vietnamese enterprises. Additionally, he inspected the Hoa Liên-Tuy Loan Expressway project. He urged Da Nang to finalize site clearance by September and accelerate construction to meet the completion target of August 30th, 2025. During a survey of the Da Nang-Quảng Ngãi Expressway interchange project, the Prime Minister requested that the interchange should be completed by September 30th, 2025.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính also met with the Danang City Party Committee's Standing Committee to discuss its socio-economic development tasks. During the meeting, he requested the Central City implement 3 pioneering tasks to achieve balanced, rapid, and sustainable development.
At the meeting, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính acknowledged the city's contributions to building a socialist-oriented market economy, addressing economic challenges and diligently implementing the directives from the Prime Minister and head of the government's working group to resolve obstacles. To ensure Da Nang's rapid, comprehensive, balanced and sustainable development, the Prime Minister outlined several measures for the city to implement in the future.
Da Nang must lead the refining of institutions in the socialist-oriented market economy and call for funding from the private sector to develop infrastructure projects. The city should also focus on innovating and effectively applying scientific achievements and developing the green economy, digital economy, circular economy, and sharing economy. Furthermore, Da Nang should put more effort into decentralization, the allocation of resources, and administrative procedure reform.
The Prime Minister emphasized Da Nang's role as a key center for growth and development. He urged Da Nang to prioritize economic growth, noting that the city is currently behind schedule. He called for efforts to achieve an economic growth rate of 8 to 8.5% to compensate for the downturn caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. He also stressed the need to urgently develop a project and model for a free trade zone, focusing on mobilizing resources, particularly through public-private partnerships, to build strategic infrastructure.
To mark the new school year, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính visited Hy vọng or Hope Primary, Secondary and High School in Danang City. This boarding school is established for children who lost their parents during the COVID-19 pandemic. Founded in September 2021, Hope School has enrolled 300 students from 43 provinces, cities, and 13 ethnic groups. During his visit, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính spoke with teachers and students, acknowledging the deep losses the pandemic inflicted on the students and their families. The Prime Minister expressed hope that students will strive for excellence in their studies and personal development, aiming to embody the virtues of morality, intelligence, physical fitness, and beauty, thus becoming valuable citizens who contribute to their homeland and country. He also encouraged teachers to impart knowledge and nurture their students with the same care and affection as they would their own children, helping to compensate for the challenges these children face. Despite the holiday season, the construction site of the North-South Expressway is buzzing with activity. Workers diligently push to accelerate the project's overall progress. At the Bãi Vọt Hàm Nghi section of the North-South Expressway, the contractor is maintaining over 100 vehicles, machinery and equipment, with more than 200 workers focused on the construction. Meanwhile, on the 54-kilometer-long Hàm Nghi Vũng Áng Expressway, contractors are striving to complete the roadbed embankment. Simultaneously, they are executing tasks related to the road surface structure, such as laying crushed stone and asphalt concrete. The North-South Expressway section through Hà Tĩnh Province is expected to be completed by the end of 2025 and operational by 2026. During the September 2nd National Day holiday, to provide optimal service to businesses and ensure safe and stable import and export activities, officers at border gates in Lạng Sơn have been asked to remain on duty throughout the holiday. At the Hungi International Border Gate, nearly 2,000 vehicles enter, exit, and park daily. To maintain security, order, and smooth traffic flow, the Border Guard Force has developed proactive plans, assigning soldiers and officers to guide, regulate, and efficiently manage the flow of people and vehicles across the border. During the holiday, the units have stationed personnel at key locations within the border gate to prevent congestion. Welcome back to VTV News. Now, even 55 years after President Ho Chi Minh's passing, scholars continue to study, admire, and affirm his role as a symbol of the desire for independence. These views were shared during seminars held in Argentina and Brazil as part of a visit by Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Politburo member, Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam's Central Committee, and head of its Commission for Information and Education.
At the seminar's theme, President Ho Chi Minh and Vietnam-Latin America relations, portraits of President Ho Chi Minh and his story were central themes in the discussions. The General Secretary of the Uruguayan Communist Party recounted the story of President Ho Chi Minh's visit to Montevideo in the 1920s, highlighting his role in establishing the foundation of the relationship between Uruguay and Vietnam.
President Ho Chi Minh can be considered one of the great thinkers and a shining example in the fight for national liberation in Latin America. His ideas have consistently guided us in our struggle for independence and freedom.
Many believe that the image of President Ho Chi Minh serves as a source of inspiration, motivating communist soldiers to continue their fight to protect the independence, freedom, and happiness of their people and humanity.
Today's seminar on President Ho Chi Minh is a remarkable event, marking the beginning of a new phase in the relationship between our two parties. The strong participation of delegates highlights the deep historical ties and enduring solidarity between our parties and peoples.
Politburo member Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa expressed appreciation for the delegates' admiration for President Ho Chi Minh and Vietnam. He affirmed that Ho Chi Minh's ideology and the path to socialism will continue to resonate and inspire the communist movement in Brazil, Argentina, and other Latin American countries.
Today, September 2nd, is Vietnam's National Day, a day when the entire country unites in pride and joy. Vietnamese people worldwide turn their hearts towards their homeland, joining in the celebration of this great national holiday. It's also a moment to remind younger generations to extend gratitude to those who fought for the country's independence and freedom.
Listening eagerly to their mother talk about Vietnam's Independence Day, practicing singing the national anthem together. Trang's eldest son and two daughters, who were born and raised in Pakistan, are very excited as they are going to attend the 79th anniversary of Vietnam's National Day at the embassy.
September 2nd is an occasion when every Vietnamese person looks towards their homeland. I have told my children a lot about Vietnam. I told them that the peaceful life we have today is due to the great contributions of Uncle Ho, generations of party and state leaders, and soldiers who sacrificed themselves to regain independence and freedom for the Vietnamese people.
I'm very happy to attend the embassy event to celebrate Vietnam National Day and to burn incense in memory of Uncle Ho. Through my mother's story, I feel very grateful to the previous generations who protected and built the beautiful Vietnam of today. I will study hard so that I can return to contribute to Vietnam in the future.
Meanwhile, Phan Bich Thien, an overseas Vietnamese living in Hungary, is deeply moved by the images of vibrant flags and flowers hanging on every street corner, building, and rooftop.
Every National Day, even though I live far away from the country, I'm always filled with emotions and national pride. When I see the national flag flying everywhere in Vietnam and in Ba Dinh Square, I just want to fly back to the homeland to join in the national joy of this great holiday.
National Day is not only a special time for Vietnamese people, especially those living abroad, to turn their hearts to their sacred homeland, but it's also a day to honor and thank President Ho Chi Minh and previous generations who made immense sacrifices for national peace and independence.
This year's National Day holiday spans 4 days, allowing localities and tourist destinations across the country to organize a wide range of diverse and appealing entertainment activities for the public. In recent days, the streets of Hanoi and other provinces have been adorned with the national flag. Capturing a proud moment with the national flag has become a popular trend among young people. In Phan Thiết City of Binh Thuận Province, the Water Festival is in a full swing, featuring an array of interactive activities such as color powder throwing, street performances, beach music, and parades. With a series of cultural and artistic events throughout the holiday and a fireworks display on the evening of September 2nd, Phan Thiết is expected to attract 300,000 visitors during the holiday. Fireworks will also illuminate the sky in Ho Chi Minh City and Sơn La Province. Now, as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all the news we have for this hour. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.